Welcome to Family Gamer TV. I've just seen Skylanders Trap Team and I've got Jeff Poffenbarger, executive producer.
That's right.
For Skylanders Trap Team, amongst other Skylanders games.
Yep.
So, what's the headline here?
The headline is bringing life to toys.
Rather than toys to life, so you sort of...
No, we still do both. Yeah. You know, bringing toys to life is the bread and butter, is the soul of the experience. But we also want to reverse the magic and continue the innovations going forward. So now we're bringing life to toys.
And that's with these trap sort of weapons that particular characters carry, and then you put them in the new portal. Could you probably explain that better than me?
I can. I'll try. So what we have is we have a new portal called the Traptanium portal, and in that there is a slot in which you can put a trap. And the trap are used to capture enemies in the game, and then once you've captured them, essentially bringing the digital world into the physical world, you can then bring them back in and play as the villain that you captured.
And so only certain Skylanders figures have those trap pieces with them, is that right?
No, any Skylander can actually trap and capture. And then you can then play with any Skylander. You can then put the trap back onto the Traptanium portal and play in the game.
So you get a starter pack, and what figures and what traps and what do you get in that?
So in the starter pack you get the new Traptanium portal, you get 2 traps, you get a water and a life trap, and you get a trap master character, his name is Snapshot, and a core Skylander named Food Fight.
So once you've got the starter pack, can you buy additional traps separately, or do those traps come with the Trap Master figures?
You could actually buy the traps separately of the Trap Masters.
Okay, so we've got a new Skylanders game. How many Trap Master characters are there?
Don't think I'm saying. That's probably not the great part of the video interview. We have over 50 new Skylander characters in the game.
15? Not
50.
Oh, 50.
Yeah, and we're not actually talking about what the actual count is per different kind of Skylander.
So which Trap Masters have we seen today in our demo?
You saw Snapshot, you saw Wallop, and you saw Wildfire.
And the traps themselves, how many different traps? Is it just one per different element, or are there more traps than...
So there are traps, different, we call them different sculpts for different elements. We're not necessarily talking about the numbers right now, but certainly every element is represented.
But there might be more than one trap for a particular element.
That might be true. Yes, it might be true.
And so those are the Trap Master figures. The ones we've seen today, are they both male?
The ones we saw today were all male characters, but that doesn't mean that they're all male characters. We certainly want to make sure that we have a good mix of female and male characters in the game.
So it felt like potentially that was a missed opportunity with Swap Force, all the Swap Force figures being what seemed to be male.
Well, there was Rollerball. I don't think that was a female character, I believe, right?
But in terms of the actual Swap Force figures, the Swappies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that, but you were. So, no, but when we were looking at it, so certainly that was developed by Activision and Vicarious Visions, and we have a great partnership with them. But for us, we look at it and certainly want to have, we had Stealth Elf, and we came up with the core characters, and then in the Giants we had Ninjini. So you can assume that we've actually done some of the similar things in the new Skylanders Trap Team.
Mm-hmm. That's good. My daughter will be happy about that, because she's always like, I want a female swapper. So if she's got some female... What are they? Trap
Masters.
Trap Masters. I'm still getting used to the lingo.
Yeah.
She'll be really pleased about that. And so the bases of the new figures, what colour signifies Trap Team?
Red. And I have sometimes hard time seeing colours, but it's red.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of these Trap Team figures in detail. Let's pick some of these up. And so we're going to look at the starter pack first. So who's this?
This is Snapshot. He's one of our Trap Masters. He's got this awesome Traptanium weapon that does a lot of damage, and he can use it as a sword or a bow. And he's a water element.
So these weapons, they don't come off.
They do not.
But he comes in the starter pack. You have the traps, which are separate. Because I think when I first saw them, because these are translucent as well, I was thinking, oh, the traps are something that these characters hold, but they're not. They're a separate piece. Yeah,
they're separate pieces. In the fiction, Traptanium has come to Earth, and it's come in the form of the traps, but also the guys that were the guardians of Cloudcracker Prison actually have Traptanium weapons as well, and they can actually interact with Traptanium in the game. We have like outcroppings of Traptanium, but they're also just really powerful and pretty awesome looking.
Okay, should I take him? Do you want to pick up the next starter pack?
Next guy, Food Fight.
Cool, yeah, I like him.
With a tomato gun. Yeah, he's awesome. He might be my favorite. He's pretty cool.
So he's a new core Skylander.
Yeah, he's a new core Skylander of the life element.
And he's got a tomato gun weapon. What else can you say about him?
He rides a giant tomato at one point.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. but he's one of our core characters. He's really cool, really funny. He's got that kind of fun personality. Yeah, I'm really excited about our starter pack characters. They're pretty cool.
So these two are starter pack. We pop those down here, and then we've got this dinosaur guy.
That's Chopper.
Chopper. He looks cool, like a little mini T-Rex.
Yeah, he's a little like a little mini T-Rex. You can see his little tiny arms holding on to this helicopter backpack. He's at the tech element. He might be my favorite character in the Trap Team. He's one of them. Certainly the Trap Masters are really cool, but this guy's just really cute, and he's got a huge personality in the game.
And so these characters, do they come out of the Iwei Huang stable of character design? I mean, he obviously has more people helping him, but has he been a driving force behind the Trap Team characters?
Oh, absolutely. This is right. And Paul and Iwei working together have come up with just all of our new characters. So yeah, this is definitely an Iwei creation.
So it looks like you won't be using your existing portal for Skylanders Trap Team. So that's the second time in a row you'd need to buy a complete new starter pack.
No, for us, the new portal, we call it the Traptanium portal, because we've added so much innovation and the experience of bringing life to a toy, the sound moving from the digital world into the physical world is so important to the key concept that the new portal is really needed to bring magic to that moment.
Because when you trap one of the enemy characters, you put it in the portal, but then you hear it stops on the screen, doesn't it, and goes into the speaker on the portal.
Yeah, using the magic of Traptanium, I'm able to capture a villain from the digital world and bring it into the physical world. And a big part of that experience is the movement of sound from the screen into the trap.
Mm-hmm. And so that's, I guess, part of the headline here is that you can now play as the enemy characters. And you mentioned in your presentation that you could actually play as Chaos at some point. So that's pretty. My kids have been really excited about that.
Yeah, I'm really not talking that much about it, but I can just say that at one point you do get to play as Chaos. But yeah, the entire experience is, capturing these really unique villains, and certainly their powers are different in a lot of cases in Skylanders. It really creates an interesting dynamic when you're going between your main Skylander and actually tag teaming to the villain, or if you're playing a co-op and someone is playing as a Skylander, the other person's playing as a villain. There's a lot of different unique ways that gameplay works now, so yeah, we're really excited about it.
And is there any extension in the number of players that can play at one time? I know currently it's been 2-player shared screen. Is there any movement on that?
We're doing a lot of things to enhance the co-op experience this year. 2 players is still where we find like that is the core to the experience, and that's how many players that we want for right now is 2, but we're certainly looking at ways to improve the experience.
So you're not saying anything about online, we're sticking to 2 players?
I'm not saying anything about online, I'm sticking right to 2 players.
And how about the length of the game? It felt like Swap Force was a little bit shorter in terms of duration of the main campaign than Giants. Are you aiming for a particular gameplay length?
I think we're saying, there's 2 things. One, we're saying right now the length is on par with previous games. I can tell you that the length is on par with previous games.
Nice, okay.
So yeah, no, we have a lot of different areas. There's a lot of exciting things that, up until launch you'll probably learn more about, and I wish I could tell you more about, but I would say that there is definitely a satisfactory amount of game.
And the same sort of difficulty level, so you can go back and play it again at a harder difficulty, I presume?
Yeah, absolutely, yep.
And how about sort of the reposed figures? For me, that's where the greatest tension has been, because my kids want to buy the same figure again. I'm like, you've already got it. Why do you want to buy it again? And they're like, well, Dad, it's the Wow Pow. And it feels like, I prefer their old figure to have that Wow Pow rather than have to buy it again. Are you doing some more reposed in Trap Team?
I don't think we're talking about reposed characters right now. We're only talking about the Trap Masters and the core characters.
So in what we've seen here, there was no repose returning?
There wasn't, I wasn't showing anything with repose, but maybe we'll learn something closer to E3. I don't know. That's not up to me.
Now, I remember talking back when Giants was out. We were in the studio. We had an interview in the sort of tiki hut space that is Toys for Bob. It was really nice. And I was wondering, were you working on Trap Team back then?
We started working on Trap Team just about right after Giants, so I can't remember when that was. Was that in September?
Yeah, so it would have been just pre-launch, yeah.
Yeah, we were likely just started kind of working on it and getting some prototypes together, yeah.
So does that mean you're now working on the game that's coming in 2 iterations' time?
No, we are totally focused on finishing Skylanders Trap Team.
And has Vicarious Visions had a big input, or has there been much back and forth with the ideas in Trap Team, or do you operate as sort of separate entities?
We do operate separately, but we're kind of all under the Skylanders umbrella. So, even on a weekly basis, we're really talking to them and they're talking to us, and we're talking about new innovations and things that we want to do. So certainly they've seen the game, and we have an open communication, and they give feedback, and it's all one big family.
And we've got some announcement coming up for Disney Infinity, but how do you view Infinity in terms of how it compares to Skylanders?
I don't compare them. It's probably easy to do so, but the way that I focus on what we're working on right now and making sure that we're pushing innovation forward, because I believe that we're the leaders of the Toys of Life genre.
You were first, so that's not.
We're first, but we're also innovating. For us, it's every year you have to kind of come up with a new thing, an innovation that really pushes the genre forward. We don't have a movie or anything to necessarily stand by, so we have to just continuously make a larger innovation and really try to change the conversation. So as far as what they're doing, I don't really concern myself with that much. Certainly they're out there, and I think it's good for the genre, but for us, we focus on innovation and pushing the genre forward.
And in terms of platforms, I think you've said that you'll be still supporting the Wii, which I was really pleased about, because a lot of the family viewers seem to say that they still play the Wii. They really enjoyed the Beenox version of Swap Force. Will it be Beenox again on Trap Team?
Actually, we're doing the Wii version.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, we're doing that. We do work, like Vicarious, we work with Beenox a lot as well. I don't think we're talking about what studios are helping out where, but I can tell you that we are working on the Wii version, where, like you, there's still, I believe it's still a very viable platform. So it's certainly something that we hold that's very important for us.
And you were showing it here on PlayStation. Is that a signifier that maybe PlayStation's the one that's most ready and it's the lead platform?
No, I don't think we were just showing it on the PS4 because it looks really good. And
it looked really nice.
It shows well on a big screen. So that's what we're showing on the PS4. That's the reason we're doing it. But all the platforms the quality experience is largely the same. Certainly, a PS4 or Xbox One's going to run a little bit faster than the Wii, so. But we want to focus the quality of the experience pretty much the same across all platforms.
And so, just to complete that list, so it'll be Wii, Wii U, PS3, PS4, 360, Xbox One. Is that right?
Yeah.
How about 3DS?
We're not talking about handhelds right now.
Yeah, I noticed you didn't mention it, but normally there's a 3DS version.
Normally there is.
Oh, so maybe there's something different coming to 3DS. Not that you're saying that.
Anything I don't talk about, I wouldn't assume anything. There's just a list of things I'm allowed to talk about, and that's not one of them.
Yeah, super. Well, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. Can't wait to actually get hands on Trap Team. It sounds like maybe E3 would be the moment for that, but
probably
really excited to get a first look at the game. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Ever look to the camera?
Feel free, but the style is to look at me.
I know,
you
but
do what you like.
Yeah, but does my hair look okay?
Yeah, so if you look at me,
I'm looking right at you. I'm not going to miss a few of you.
This is familiar territory.
I'm still looking at you.